I haven't been on the StarCraft forums in too long. Do I really want to damage my mental health even more? By... okay, fine. Alright, fine. We'll go to the Battle.net forums. StarCraft 2 forums. Oh, God. Alright. I haven't been here in several months. Every once in a while, when we show up on the forums, there's a healthy discussion going on based around positivity. Most of the time, though, it's a bunch of Silver Leaguers discussing balance.
Donation
and like, I don't want to be rude, but... Alright, guys. Here we go. We're diving into the forums. I've done this several times in the past. It's never ended well. General discussion. This is the place to be. Maybe it's not too bad, though. Maybe it's not too bad. Please fix Hex. One main reason this game died. I just fought versus a guy that uses mouse hack. When he activated it, when he's already losing, my mouse cursor suddenly jumps randomly in my screen every 3 to 5 seconds. That's a broken mouse. Your mouse just broke, bro. That is not something that the game has any influence on. Nerf Skytles, carriers, and void rays ruined this game for me. I see 3 problems with interceptors. 1, range slightly too far. Interceptors should cost minerals and be manually built. And unit upgrades shouldn't affect interceptors at all. Void rays shouldn't stack. Void rays are too fast and toy cheap. Did this guy just say that interceptors should cost minerals? Would this fix swarm hosts? Locust invulnerable while in air. Locust move speed increase. Locust wave cooldown decrease. Locust duration increase. Locust HP decrease. Locust costs 25 minerals each, 50 per wave. What the no, bro. No. No, literally, no. The adept sucks. Here's my suggestion to fix her. I don't even just the title is enough. Like, you don't even need to read the posts. Introduce game time restrictions. No, bro. It's unfair that people like me, maybe you're reading this too, with real life, I'm a full-time college student, has to play versus who play 24/7 without life outside of video game. How is that fair? I have to play versus people who played 500 plus games in like 2 weeks since the season started. 3 hour per day restriction would be enough. What the f are you saying, bro? What do you mean? He wants people to get locked out of their accounts after they've played for 3 hours? Yeah, let's have that sort of control over gamers. I'm sure that would be a great idea. He's a full-time college student. I had a lot of time to play video games when I was in uni, guys. Not gonna lie, dude. I played a lot of video games while I was in uni. Had a lot of time, dude. Anyways, that kind of depends, I guess. He can probably set up a parental restriction on his own account if he really wants to. StarCraft 2 shutting down rumors. Hi, now that Moneysoft has bought over Blizzard, does this mean StarCraft 2 will be shutting down according to a reputable StarCraft 2 streamer? Who the f do you... Who? Those streamers these days, man. Can't trust them. Who is that reputable and intelligent streamer who thought that StarCraft 2 would be put down? Actually, all of the streamers I've watched, Hearthstone, Pig, Zombie Grub, are all pretty hopeful about the transaction and StarCraft 2's future. So who are you talking about? Perhaps LowkoTV? What? How did you name drop me? What do you mean, bro? Perhaps LowkoTV and many more. How is there a perhaps when you state that I have said such a thing? Like, you can't go around stating facts and then not actually backing them up. It makes no sense. He does call me reputable, though. So, you know, I got that going for me. Thank you, DJ Shogun. Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior? I like how Bill Gates is still considered to be the face for Microsoft, even though he hasn't done anything there in forever. Wardy confirms that we will have a Blizzard balance patch. What did Wardy say?
We will still get... You know what's so frustrating is that people will point to the Microsoft thing and be like, when we get our balance patch, people are like, it was Microsoft!
That's definitely what's gonna happen, man. Yeah, they're probably gonna announce balance changes that they've been in the works with for like half a year or something after IEM Katowice. Nobody would really be too surprised, but everyone's like, that is Mike Ibarra and like the guy from Xbox getting it. No. But they're gonna get all the credit, 100%. The problem is, right, if you just, like, publish a balance patch for StarCraft 2 right now and then be like, job's done, and you just leave, that's bad. Right? You need actual, you know, follow-ups, right? You can't just, like, be like, okay, lurkers are too strong, let's burrow speed nerf, and then, you know, leave. Like, that's not how you can do things. You need to actually, that's what happened with the last patch. Yeah. Now we have Void Rays that are being played by everyone and their dog. Okay, let me draw it out for you, okay? Okay, this is how Blizzard has always done patches in the past with StarCraft 2, okay? It's a very strange approach, but this is what they've pretty much always done, right? So on this axis, we have time. Not the Terran player, but, like, actual time. And then over here, we have, like, unit strength. Right? This is unit strength. And what they've done in the past is that they're, like, you know, they had a unit that wasn't really used all too often. And then they're like, you know what? We're gonna buff its unit production speed, we're gonna make it cost less, and we're gonna give it additional strength. Like 10% more damage. And all of a sudden, the unit would be like, eep. Everyone's like, oh my god, that thing is amazing. And then slowly it would kind of, like, taper off a little bit, and then people would find a new baseline. And then obviously, you know, it needed adjustment because it was way too strong. And then they, like, got rid of one of the 2 or 3 changes that they made to it. And then it would kind of, like, end up over here, which is kind of where you want to be, right? The thing is, with the Void Ray, they buffed the build speed, they buffed the unit cost, and they buffed the unit movement speed. So it ended up over here. And they never got to this. Like, it's basically, they never got to changing it. It just kind of, like, I'm pretty sure there were intentions for it, but they just kind of, like, never got to it. And then, you know, it's been kind of cruising at this point. And I don't even think that Void Rays are necessarily way too strong or way too powerful or whatever, but they definitely are overtuned. And it's like they never really had that correction. So, like, if they're going to do another balance patch in the future, you can't just do one patch. Like, you gotta, like, do a patch and then monitor it and then, like, make adjustments down the line again. You know? That's the way you should do this kind of things. But that requires actual people. Oh, yeah, dude. A Microsoft deal like this is in the making for a long time. I don't know how long a $69 billion deal takes to finalize and to organize. But I'm sure it's not something that they come up with. Like, it's not like Bill Gates woke up on a Wednesday afternoon and he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy Activision Blizzard. That way I can buff Protoss. You know, like, maybe, but I doubt it. The game was overwhelmingly not using hotkeys as of 1998 and going forward, and even in SC2 up until about 2015 or 2016 or so, at least by casual players. All hotkeys is a spam troll trend heralded by Raynor, Sero, and others who adjusted their keyboard setting to spam APM like crazy. And you guys have yet to refute the argument of speed equals skill, which is true for Legacy of the Void only. Previous versions of the game didn't require hotkeys to be good. What I'm saying is skill comes from experience, not hotkeys. You are all too brainwashed by your streamer overlords Lowko and Winter. It's true, guys. No one at the professional level uses hotkeys. It's all been a ploy set up by me and Winter to tell you guys things that aren't true. I successfully brainwashed you all. I'm pretty sure if you've been playing since 1998, this has to be an obvious troll, right? There wasn't even an all-army hotkey when StarCraft 2 first came out. Like, when the game first released, there was no F2A moving. You literally had to make your own manual hotkeys. So, like, you know, it's just factually incorrect. How does someone even make a thread that is discussing the fact that you shouldn't need hotkeys to play StarCraft 2? Like, what do you... I don't know. Wait, what? By the way, not only in the arcade, among many popular YouTubers who actively popularized StarCraft 2, such as LowkoTV in America or Alex007 in Europe. I'm an honorary American. Guys, can I join? I would like you guys as tax rates. That would be nice. I have not set the Pledge of Allegiance this morning, guys. The main problem with the forums is that there's, like, a lot of people discussing balance. And I don't mean to be a jerk, but most of their balance problems would go away if they actually got better at the game. Like, there's up to a certain point
New subscriber
value
detected.
in just getting, you know, better, right? You can definitely have a balance issue and like complain about balance, but many of the problems are just simply addressed by getting good. I'm sorry, like if you're a Silver League player and you're struggling against Hydralisks, Hydras aren't OP. You know, you just got to get better. It's just kind of how it is, man. But the thing is, right, if you go on the forums and you're like, you know what, I think Void Rays are stupid, they should get nerfed, automatically 2/3 of the people there, the Zergs and the Terrans, will agree with you. And the Protoss players are going to be a little bit more hesitant. And the same for, like, if you say Queens are OP, Queens need to be nerfed, Zerg players are going to be very hesitant about it. And, like, Terrans and Protoss are going to, like, you know, have a grand old time about it. Protoss is in a very bad place right now. For a very long time, especially since we stopped getting patches, Terrans and Zergs have utterly crushed every single Protoss player, no matter how good they were, to the point they either quit or went to the military. Today, there is not even a single Protoss player considered to be in the top 10 best players in the world. The zealot nerfs and death sentence of opening anything other than the already abusable Stargate killed the race. So how would you dispute this, right? Would you point to tournament results? The fact that Trap won basically everything in the first half of 2021? The fact that Zest just won the GSL Super Tournament? Like, what do you do? Facts clearly don't fake news. Blizzard is covering their scandal now. No time for balance. Oh, look, someone. Scuba Steve! A stream viewer. I don't know what you're talking about, but Trap alone has won 6 tournaments this year, not to mention some already amazing performances by Astrea and MaxPax. Hero and Classic both just returned from the military, so to say that all Protosses are gone is just false. Have the players run the last blah 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 blah. Alright.
Microsoft donated $3.33. We have noted a large amount of Mario erotica on this stream. As Nintendo is our competitor, we will only permit erotica involving characters that we own.
So Clippy?
Cortana pulled out her foot a horse and began to ram Master.
Whoa! Cortana, stop! Minecraft, Warcraft, StarCraft. After all these years, finally, I have them all. It's true, dude. Bill is not messing around anymore. Armani's amazing baneling mines. Zerg reaction time.
Bruce Armani lying in wait and hoping to capitalize on that. Oh, he's got banelings here as well if he's paying attention. No, Armani just...
God, Zerg players suck, man. That was embarrassing. I just got an email, guys. This has been some drama that's been ongoing. Remember the vacuum cleaner I was flexing with on stream a couple of months ago? That vacuum cleaner has been a pain in the dick, dude. Every time I try to turn it on, it doesn't work, right? So I reached out to customer support. And they were like, okay, this is great. We'll go ahead and send you a new one within 5 business days. So I wrapped up the old vacuum cleaner. I was like, great. I'll be able to get this thing exchanged because for some reason, whenever I like turn it on, it like pulsates. It doesn't actually stay on. And every once in a while when I like do it for like 5 minutes straight, it magically works. But most of the time, it takes me at least 5 minutes to get the machine to be functioning, which is really weird. Anyways, 5 days very quickly became 2 weeks. So I reached out to customer support again and they were like, no, it's going to take 5 days. So I was like, okay, that's what you said 2 weeks ago. They were like, no, it's 5 days. 2 weeks go by. I got an email saying, hey, there's a worldwide shortage right now. We're going to be able to resolve this within a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks go by. It's now been about 3 months. But I just got an email notification saying that they are going to be picking it up in my home this week. But I don't know, man. It says
New
right now,
subscriber detected.
we'll try and get this to you within 5 days. It literally says it in the email. So I'll believe it when they've done it. But I don't know if they just like sent me an email just to keep me like a little happy for another month. No, I'm very nice to people at customer support. I've been very nice to these people, actually. Maybe I've been too nice. Maybe that's my problem. 7 Dutch words you'll struggle to pronounce if you're not Dutch. Gouda. Gouda. Don't give me this Gouda shit. No. Gouda. Vliegtuig. I never considered that this would be a very hard one. Vliegtuig. Schreeuwen. It's literally just the G's, guys. The G sound, so the C and the H in the G in Dutch are pronounced the same way. Schreeuwen. Vliegtuig, Gouda. Gelijkwaardig. Puinruimen. Vogelverschrikker. Klimaatspijbelaar. These are not that hard. Are they? Maybe they are hard if you're not like... But I feel like there's harder Dutch words to pronounce than this, man. So this is pills burning on top of the stove. This is the overmind implanting itself on ire. Look at this. These are like painkillers or something. What the f, bro? Is this what happens when I swallow those things? What the f? It's literally the overmind. Aspirin, come on. Isn't that crazy? By the way, how many people do you think have since tried to put this? Because this was going viral yesterday. How many people do you think have started putting painkillers on their stovetops over the last couple of days and accidentally burnt their kitchen down? Don't do this, guys. It's a bad idea, all right? But it's still kind of cool to see. You know what I learned today, guys? Yeah, I didn't know this. I was actually very confused. So I saw this Reddit thread this morning. It's an overseer with 1 confirmed kill. Yeah, think about that for a little bit. How in the world would an overseer get 1 confirmed kill? So apparently, someone explains it, that changelings count, or changeling counts as a kill for them if no unit from the opponent kills it and it just expires over time. I didn't know that. Did anyone know that? Okay, I feel like nobody is aware of this, even though most of us have been here for like a decade. So apparently, if the overseer's changeling times out, it counts as a kill for the changeling, or for the overseer. It is pretty neat. Yeah. Gemini breaks a tank line with warp prisms. How are there still so many people streaming with like music on, by the way, in the background? I hear so many streamers having background music on. Are they just rolling the dice? Is that what I don't understand. Anyways, sorry. What is Indus Prisms? Immortals? Yeah, Immortals. That was a pretty sexy move, Gemini. You did lose an entire base at home. I love the opponent's command center decal right there. He literally has his own face spinning around on the CC, which is kind of beautiful. Yeah. That's what they do, right? That's what a lot of people seem to do. I've noticed that too. So, like, apparently a lot of people on Twitch still play music while they're streaming. And then they, like, delete the VODs. It's like burying the evidence or something. I don't think it's a particularly great strat, but that is something I've seen, yeah. It's a bit weird, but... How I look like defending proxy void rays plus shield batteries. How my opponent looks like executing void rays and shield batteries. Harold never disappoints. Harold's always there with his great stock pictures. It's very true, man. Hey, Yorono, are you still here? This is what you're doing to your opponents, bro. Are you seeing this? Imagine one day you wake up to the news that, like, a Microsoft would buy Sony. I know the odds of that happening are very small, but, like, especially because in Japan they seem to be pretty protective of that sort of thing, but that would be so bad. No, it would be so bad. What do you mean? It would not be good. Everything's just going to be owned by one company at this rate, man. But I'm sure they're thinking about it at some point. They could buy EA. They could buy EA. I don't know what EA's current market cap is, but what is it called? Electronic Arts? There it is. 135 billion. No, wait. 38 billion, bro. Cheap. It's basically for free. No, but seriously, though. Microsoft is at 2.3 trillion. Like, that is such an absurd amount of money. It doesn't even make sense. This is from Lyric. So Lyric has been streaming some StarCraft 2 recently. Apparently, he's very good in Silver League.
You must realize, you know, he gave the sign-off. He was probably like, StarCraft? Oh, shit. I played that when we developed Windows 98. Buy that 2 billion lol.
Lyric does know that, like, Bill doesn't work at Microsoft anymore, right? And he hasn't for, you know, a while, right?
Whipped out his wallet and had 2 billion in it. Hello.
I would like a Bill Gates voice pack for StarCraft 2. I wouldn't mind that. Good old Billy Gates, dude. Yeah, I saw this one. What is going on with this, guys? Why is this being upvoted? So it says roaches in ZVZ, roaches in ZVP, roaches in ZVT. Has this guy not played any ZVT or seen any ZVT? Roaches are good in ZVT, man. Like, you don't want to have them in the late game, but they're, like, roaches are very viable early game ZVT. Yeah. Dark plays them all the time. I would say Dark's pretty good at this game. Anyways, people are like, yes, roaches suck. Upvote. I don't know. It's a bit strange. How many times do you think this is going to be reposted, by the way? My God. I have seen this same screenshot. Like, it's gone down in quality every time. Like, someone saved this and JPEG'd it even harder. How many times is this going to be reposted? It's like literally once every 2 weeks. This makes it to the front page. That's when you know you've spent too much time, I guess, on Reddit, though, right? When, like, you go to the front page and you're like, I've seen this before, that's a repost, like, when everything becomes a repost, that's when you know. You probably need to leave Reddit. Anyways, I'm guilty of that many times. Oftentimes, I don't even really like being on Reddit. Like, I just mindlessly scroll. You haven't used Reddit in, like, 3 years? Dude, I find myself going down a rabbit hole where I just keep scrolling. And then I delete the app. This is like the worst part about it, right? I'm like, okay, I'm going to take control. I delete the app. And then after like a week of not using Reddit, I start taking like my phone's browser and I go to reddit.com. And then at some point I'm like, you know what? I could also log in the browser because then I could see my own subreddits, but it's still like an extra like layer to it. And then at some point I'm like, you know what? I may as well just reinstall the app because that's way more convenient. And then it starts all over again. Yeah, it's a genuine issue, dude. Like I don't know. It's not good. And like at some point, right? At some point when you scroll too much on Reddit, everything becomes American politics. I swear to God, I am more up to date on American politics than politics in the Netherlands. And like all of it is negative as hell. There's no positivity. Everything's drama. I learned about teachers in Iowa. Why am I learning about teachers in Iowa? What's going on? Why is this a thing? I don't even know where Iowa is on a map. I could kind of point at it maybe, but I might find it if I'm lucky, but there's like a 1 in 20 chance. Oh yeah, this guy creeped me out, bro. I remember. He said, Lowko, can you hold my gloves for a second? I usually warm them by the fireplace, but you are way hotter. I was like, dude, no, I can't. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to, okay? Stop it. Okay, to be fair, I thought it was a cute pickup line. All right, chat. Ban or unban? I think it's unban, right? Yeah, no, it creeps me a bit. Yeah, it does creep me out a little bit, but send unban decision. Welcome back. Unban this smooth motherfucker.